this is season 2. Aplauso.
We out here, baby.
Like season 2. We are here. That's crazy.
Season 2, 2022 with Doscinco.
Like,
That's it, baby.
it just makes sense.
It makes sense.
2-5, keep it live, baby.
Like, this is our
2-5,
guy.
keep it live. Let's do it.
It's our first, we just realized it's our first official guest of season 1. Now our first official guest of season 2. So we're just going to keep it rocking. It's our guy, Doscinco. He's going to introduce himself.
But wait, let's cheers.
Oh, let's cheers. And of course with the margarita. You know how we do.
Margarita.
Yep. Blink. Good show.
With the salted rim.
With the salted rim. The way to do it.
I'm just excited to be here.
Excited to have you again.
We're excited to have you. Yes.
Yeah, thanks for coming.
Yeah, absolutely. So what? So you said I was your first official guest?
Yes. Yeah, we didn't already like previously know. Like we've gotten to know each other
That's
since
crazy.
you've been on the show.
Yeah, well, you've been flying out. You've been doing your thing
You
with
know,
your boo.
I'm just trying to be busy.
and then
Booked and busy.
Josh out here opening up businesses and about to get this brick and mortar up and running. So, I'm just happy to just be around y'all. But for those that don't know me, again, I go by the stage name or the entertainment name Doscinco. That name came about when I needed some social media handle for a TikTok. Ended up blowing it up to over 30,000 followers there, just pretty much just speaking my mind, encouragement, motivation. Hit the, what was that? But overall, during the pandemic is when I started to flourish as a personality. Always been, wanting to do something in front of the camera, so I decided to start doing that. And just been doing my thing ever since.
Yeah, you're definitely doing your thing. You keep me motivated still on TikTok.
I try.
You still keep me motivated. Like, all right, let me get my ass up. Got stuff to do.
We got planes to catch. We ain't got time for the nonsense.
That is all I want to do for 2022 is catch planes. That's it.
You just came back from
I
vacation.
just came back. I just came back from Cancun.
Nice.
Trip one.
Trip 1. Trip 1 of 1.
Well, at least you safe. You came back.
Right, I came back.
Out there, so
that's
that was
because
good.
it was going down out there.
I heard.
Came back safe. So we're gonna jump right into it. Well, let me do my job. I still had season 2. Still haven't gotten it together. Please remember to rate, review, like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. Ding, 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 ding. So we're gonna get right into it because relationships are a hot topic. They're always gonna be a hot topic. What we're specifically talking about today are relationship goals.
Yep.
In quotes.
Insert air quotes.
Yeah.
All right. Matter of fact, I'm gonna go ahead and start with this.
Please start with that because that's crazy.
Beyonce, Cardi B, Halle Berry, J-Lo, Khloe Kardashian, Jennifer Gardner, Jennifer Aniston. What do all these women have in common? Bad bitches that got cheated on. So we can start there because I'm sure they've all been in a relationship. They're like, that's my goal, Jay-Z, Beyonce, Cardi B, Offset. Okay, yep, that goal is over.
Yeah. You have no idea what's going on behind closed doors.
Don't. But you said earlier that we've only seen the highlight reel of that relationship.
You don't never see the misses.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yep.
And the thing is, with these celebrities, they influence so many people. So especially a lot of women look up to these individuals. They look up to them because they so successful financially. Some of them, they just know how to handle their fame correctly. But then, like you said, they're getting cheated on.
Right.
So they so high value, but then getting cheated on. What's the problem? Are y'all choosing the wrong people, or you ain't fulfilling some kind of requirements in the relationship? What's going on? Why?
Yeah.
And why is so many people looking up to y'all? I would rather just listen to your music and just look at your videos.
Right.
But why is so many people looking at y'all?
I miss the time of just listening to the artist or following the actor or the actress in movies without knowing what's going on in their personal lives. Because now I got all these opinions and I'm like, I don't even know if I really like this person anymore.
Yeah.
When before I was just like, I love the music. And I was like, damn girl, you let him do that to you? You still singing about this man? Like now I'm judging. Now I'm judging.
Like Will and Jada. For years, didn't people think, I thought that they were like, they were the best, they were successful, they were doing their own things, but always coming back together as a family. Now she's embarrassing him every chance she gets.
Embarrassing that man.
Embarrassing.
Like, I'm sorry, Will. I'm sorry.
You could come on the show and talk about it. We from Philly too.
Listen, we got what they call it. She calls her red table talk, white table talk.
Yeah,
we can call it whatever you want to call it.
It's kind of sad because you see it all unfolding in front of your eyes.
Yeah.
Like you see his face, and again, it's not about gossiping about this. What we see,
right?
You know? Y'all
you put it out there
as this very good, beautiful, wonderful couple, and I thought that they were like a very successul couple until I started hearing about entanglements.
Yep.
Until I started hearing about this whole open relationship concept and things of that sort. And you see my man's face. He's not complying with any of that.
No.
I know that for a fact he's not complying. He going with it because
defeated and stressed.
Exactly. He's going with it because he doesn't want to lose her because his feelings are involved.
Right.
And he doesn't want to break up his family. He's family oriented, very traditional, but now he has to compromise, his own self-worth. It's terrible.
Once August, Alcina came out with that whole entanglement and the love story and all, it's just been like more and more and more like, please stop talking. Please stop talking.
Just stop talking.
Because everybody's
you don't have
it's
to
just
share
like,
everything.
Open up your business for everybody.
Yep.
Or at least tell the man you're about to say what you're about to say.
Right, like this is like
he comes out.
Babe, we good? Can we talk about this or no? Like that's a conversation that should have happened before everybody started talking about it on the air.
Yep, so true. And then you're talking about what happens behind closed doors now. Sometimes everything ain't for everybody.
Right.
You got to keep that to yourself. I mean, Jay-Z and Beyonce, when they put their business out there, sometimes it's through music. Okay, we're going to get a check at the end of the day.
Right. Strategic.
Yeah, exactly. But in interviews, if you notice, they're pretty private. You will not know anything unless it's a surveillance camera where you see salon swinging on them. And stuff like that. That's about it. They keep it private. And
they made a song about that too.
I don't look up to those people as far as relationship goes. I look up to the Denzel Washingtons of the world who've been in a relationship for over 30 plus years, and he still, looks out for his wife, and they always speak very highly of them. I look at the old school relationships.
Older,
This new age relationship, social media, where everybody's condoning sneaky links and all this other craziness. I don't look at none of that. I don't look at none of that. Yeah, it's a different generation. And listen, I'm not saying I'm being preachy at all. I'm not saying I'm Bible toting, but a lot of people have deviated from that and those principles and the social media concept of the way things are. That's their new Bible, and that's what people are subjecting themselves to. And that's the reason why relationships are where they at. That's the reason why the divorce rate is so high. That's the reason why the STD rate is so high, and that's the reason why people can't trust each other.
Talk about it.
I'm gonna say it again. That's the reason why people can't trust each other.
Talk about
it. You hear me?
Yeah, social media I feel like has definitely
I hate social media for that
ruined
standpoint.
relationships.
It has. It's not even that, right? Social media, it's not about it per se ruining relationship. It's the fact that the advice that is being given through that, and if I have a naive or immature mind and I'm listening to all this, I think that that's the way I'm supposed to be moving.
Supposed to be this way.
Yeah.
So now in this generation as a man, you're supposed to be the provider.
Facts.
Your girl's supposed to be laced from head to toe. She don't gotta work.
Birkin
you
bags,
got
everything.
Right.
Yep.
You gotta do everything. You gotta build our house from the ground up. You gotta worship her. You have to do everything, and she just needs to be a princess and not do anything by social media standards.
By social media standards. On top of that, the man, on top of that, the man has to, aside from doing everything for his woman, he's also allowed to go outside and go mess with multiple women, and that makes him more high value. Right. I think that's stupid. It's a dumb concept. Right. My thing is, trust over love any day of the week.
I just said that yesterday.
I can learn to love you, okay? But that whole trust factor, that's key.
If I trust you, that means more. Facts. That means so much more.
Social media has made it to they have so many apps out there. They have my bad for everybody that's utilizing this right now. If I'm giving y'all my bad, okay? But they got apps, calculator apps and stuff where you can hide photos in the calculator by way of specific codes. You understand? In social media, they've gotten to the point where you can go to vanish mode and delete an entire conversation.
The whole thing.
You understand? So social media has gotten to the point where these apps have gotten to the point where you can literally get away with anything.
They're enabling cheaters.
So this is the type of time that we live in. So what are we going to do about it?
I went into vanish mode by mistake. I was like, what is this? Where did my thread go?
I swiped up one time, and I'm in a dark space.
I said, the dark web. I don't know what just happened.
Get me out of here.
Get me out. I lost my thread.
It's a different time. It's actually a sad time.
It is.
Because you have kids being they're being birthed out of these situations, and sometimes these kids don't even have a strong household, which is the reason why they growing up reckless.
Right.
People don't realize all of that Birkin bag, all of that Gucci, that's all fine and well.
But you're sleeping on a mattress on the floor. You don't have a bed frame. Like you don't know what that person.
But you always laced. Always laced.
Always.
They
live at somebody else's house.
Right. They clothing rich, cash poor.
Yep.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Clothing rich, cash poor. You got the latest fits, the latest sneakers and everything else, but you can't pay your bill at the end of the month, or you can't pay certain things that you know is gonna get you ahead. Then what's all that for?
Priorities fucked up.
You keep your clothes.
Right. You gotta keep the clothes so they can
sell
post.
them.
Right.
They gotta post. Or then you can't wear the same shit twice. God forbid, because apparently we're all rich.
Yeah, that's
All
true.
of us.
Y'all gonna see this dress.
Well, if I wear it on Instagram, it's a little difficult for me.
You gotta wait.
Yeah, I gotta wait. I'll wait the next year.
Okay, I was gonna say, what's your time?
So let me throw this on real quick to piece it together. You know.
I was gonna say, what's your time frame before you're supposed to get in that outfit?
Let the story delete itself first.
Right.
Let it expire, and then you can wear it again.
My queen told me, she was like, D, wear that hoodie again. I said, I already wore that the last Instagram post ago. I'm not wearing that again. She was like, you trip? I said, I only wear one thing. I said, I only wear one thing twice. Then I toss it to the side. You know this, baby. I'm just playing with it though. I'm just playing. But yeah, relationships are different nowadays, man. So I think what the audience wants to know, and this margarita's popping, but I think what the audience really wants to know is, relationship goals. How can I get there? And again, all of us here, we're not perfect. We're not perfect. You and Mr. Creative Director over there getting busy. Y'all just got started, a few months ago, but y'all have known each other for a long period of time, right? Facts. And then Josh, you've been with Kyle for, a few years already, right?
It's going on 7 this year.
Going on 7 years. I've been with Queen. We approaching 3 years in November. 3 years in November.
It flies.
And let me tell you, and then this is prior to that, I was in a relationship for 16 years, 7 years married. And so I learned a lot along the way. And one thing that I really would say, and this is just me personally, is my personal opinion, never get into a relationship at a young age.
I agree.
Teenage years, early 20s, whatever. Like, hold off on that because you're not mentally developed yet.
Nope.
Yep.
Me personally.
I completely agree 100%.
with that.
My last relationship, and again, we have kids together and things of that sort, but my last relationship, she and I made a lot of mistakes growing up. We were young, we were babies, So growing up together, we made a lot of mistakes. So those mistakes created a lot of damage within the relationship, a lot of tit for tat, and it just continued to brew. Yep. We never got over it because we were young, we were immature.
So being petty, then y'all just being petty all the time to each other.
You gotta one up each other every time.
Right.
And we talking about stuff that we did when we was 15, we damn near 30.
Right.
Remember when you was talking to so-and-so in high school? We 30 now. We supposed to be past that.
Right. You still trying to get her back.
Why I did what I did yesterday. Because of what you did when you was 17 years ago. Right. But it's sad, but it's the truth. So my thing is, I love being in my 30s, being mentally developed, and mature, because now I see a relationship for what it is and what I need to do in the relationship. And it also opens your eyes to see the person that you're looking to make that union with, because now you ain't going just by physical attraction or trying to have sex with them.
It's so much deeper than that.
Right.
Now.
When we were young, honestly, we were very lustful.
Oh yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
We were you in puberty,
he fine,
so you horny. So you're looking at
Get it.
somebody. Oh, this is my girlfriend now. I know I'm going to get this on a regular basis. Now we in love.
Right.
So now you're basing off the wrong reasons. Whereas in your 30s, now you're looking at it in a totally different way.
Oh yeah. And like, how's your mental space?
Right.
Like, how do you speak to people?
Absolutely.
It's so much more than,
I want to see the way you conduct yourself with your friends. When we go out, I want to see if you're acting flirtatious with other guys. Exactly. How are you acting with the opposite sex? How are you even acting with my kids?
Right.
I'm looking at all of this. I'm looking at the way you talk to me.
Right.
I'm looking at the way I'm talking to you. The conversations we're having. We're having conversations about everybody and their mama. I know you just a straight up gossiper. We can't get nowhere past that.
Like, what's happening here? What are we talking about in our relationship?
And if you're constantly talking to me about the latest fashions and what you're trying to acquire, if I could buy you this, buy you that, I know that
I know where your head is at.
I know where your head is at.
That person still in their 20s somewhere.
Right. So you gotta look at all of that, and you gotta look at you know, honestly, you can really see, you know, you start getting those gut feelings if you know that person's, you know, a little sideways with regards to the way they act and they being real secretive with their phone.
They go like, go to dinner and they go like that.
Right.
Phone down, like, why your phone down?
Yep.
Your phone's up any other time.
All the time.
Upside down.
But
the little things that you pick up.
It's the little small things. It's like, come on, man, I already know the game. You know, you put your phone face down all the time. Okay? Now, I don't mind dancing with you on the Fat Joe song, Yes, you know, ass up, face down. I don't mind that.
Right.
But we're not doing that with the phone.
No.
No, we ain't doing that. And, you know, like all that sneaky stuff. We ain't. I mean, I'm not going to go through your phone.
It's just like exhausting. Like, who wants to do that? Right. Who wants to always, but let me see, he went to the bathroom. Let me see if I can break.
Right.
I can't. Like, we are always driving around somewhere. He never takes his phone out the car. It's always on display. If I wanted to go through it, I absolutely could. But the fact that he leaves it in there and it's open for me to do whatever, just I don't even feel like I want to. And I'm nosy by nature. I normally would have gone through that damn phone. I'm like, it's not, whatever.
Because it's not worth it.
It's not. It's not. He hasn't given me a reason to want to go through it.
Right.
You said
so if it's there and it's unlocked, I'll go ahead. Let me lock that for you. Like, because you never gave me a reason to want to do that.
Absolutely. And let me tell you, and the reason why you're not doing that is because you're not doing him dirty. See, that's key. See, you can accuse all you want, but if you accuse him, why you accusing?
Right.
Because you doing dirt behind the scenes. I remember, and I'm not disclosing too much, but I remember when I did some dirt in the past, my conscience will mess with me. So now I'm studying everything you're doing, and now I'm accusing you on everything that you're doing. Why did you go to Wawa so long? You ain't come back with the cappuccino like you said you was.
You drank it on the way?
Yeah, right.
It's down the street. You didn't drink it that fast.
Your mind starts really messing with you because you did dirt. Think about it. And you come into the house, already had cheated. You come into the house, and you playing normal as anything. And now you like, damn. She acting too normal right now. She probably did. Right. Now you creating stories. Because you did wrong.
You caught. You just caught.
The best thing to do, and I listen to the fellas out there, you may not agree with what I'm saying, but
I better listen to the man.
If you're looking for a happy home, a peaceful home, first of all, make sure that you got somebody you can absolutely trust, number one, okay? Don't be on some old, if you see red flags from the very beginning, don't ignore those red flags.
Don't do it. I was colorblind.
Please.
Yes. Let me tell you, don't, if you see it, right then and you getting that gut feeling, listen to that gut feeling. But to all the fellas out there, if you don't want to be accusing your female every 5 minutes, don't be out there doing no dirt, because your conscience is going to start messing with you, and the next thing you know, you end up destroying your own relationship off of the count of stuff that you did.
That you're doing.
And if that's what you want, get out that relationship and go be single and do your thing.
Or tell that person, this is all I want.
Right.
This is what I'm going to do.
Let them know, like,
never
no,
gonna
I
be
am
serious.
openly dating.
Right.
Yeah.
And I don't want to hear no more, you know, I hear it a lot, especially on social media. I don't want to hear, you know, anymore that, when women cheat, it's much deeper because now they get emotionally attached. When dudes cheat, it's, you know, wham, bam, thank you, man, you know, and just keep it moving. I don't care. Cheating is still cheating.
Yeah, cheating is still cheating. I don't care how you connect it.
It may be wham, bam, thank you, man to you, but you don't know the negative effects that you're doing to her.
Right.
You understand? And then now you messing with her psychologically. And now when you no longer giving her those compliments, giving her those affirmations about how beautiful she is, and somebody else start doing it, she gonna be more inclined to go that route. And then next thing you know, you're all messed up.
Yep. I've said it before on here. Be like the niggas in my DMs.
Facts.
Like, every day. Beautiful. Good morning, beautiful. Okay.
And tell her she's beautiful. Don't tell her she's hot.
Right.
Don't tell her she's hot.
Yeah,
tell her she's beautiful.
Tell her
and
she's
not only
beautiful.
when she has a full face of makeup on. Tell her she's beautiful when she wakes up in the morning.
She woke up. Let me tell you something. Me and Queen, we woke up this morning, right? We woke up. I turned around. You know, I caressed her face. You know what I'm saying? I said, baby, you beautiful. And I said, don't even worry about me. I look like a monster right now. But you beautiful. She just smiles. She always say, boy, you always playing around. Y'all say, I ain't playing around. You beautiful. You cool. But my thing is, you know, it's cool. I already know she got dudes up in her DMs. I already know that. I told her straight from the door because she always telling me. And the crazy thing, she always telling me. She always feels compelled to be like,
I'm the same way.
I do the same thing.
She be like this. Look, she be like this. Hey, look what this dude just did, right? And I'll be saying, I'll be like, boy, trash. But anyway,
right.
I look, and I'm like, babe, you ain't got to show me all that. I said, I already know know dudes is gonna do that. They supposed to. You beautiful,
Right,
so
exactly.
they gonna snatch.
He
They
said
gonna
he want to be
if
a
they
sugar
did
daddy.
that.
Tell him to send the first check. Let's see
Right.
what happens.
So I'm sending that cash app.
Yeah.
Well, some white dude tried to get at her one time, talking about he want to be a sugar daddy.
see?
I said, listen, my funds ain't dead, but you know, if it's something that we can both be mutually benefiting,
Right. We can both benefit off of this deal.
But no, like real rap. You know, at the end of the day, you got to give your woman that validation because my
You
thing
have
is
to.
she shouldn't have to hear it from other people. She should hear it from you every day, so that way when other people say it, don't really mean nothing.
Right.
Because you like, my man tell me that all the
the
time.
And
time.
let's turn it around. You should compliment your man too.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
You
You
better
should
tell him he's
compliment-
fine and handsome and sexy.
Yes.
Like you better tell him because
You better somebody's
there's a
gonna
bitch in
slide in his
his
DM.
All day. And I tell her that, and I'll be like, listen, you keep on playing, one of these middle-aged women gonna snatch me up. It's like,
She'll be my sugar mama.
right. Well, I do on
We
TikTok.
do cash app for cash app. What we doing here?
Yep. But you know, it's the truth. You gotta validate, you know, your woman. You
have to.
Yeah, and the thing is too, like she's such a good person. Like she always nice. You know, she's always complimenting me, right? And I'm like, boo, you always like when I put clothes on and stuff. I'll show up like, babe, how do I look? Oh, you look cute. And in my head, I'm like, I really don't. I don't think I do. But she says you look cute. I'm like, you being too nice right now.
Right.
She said I will really tell you if it's something.
Right,
wasn't
like, babe, that's not it.
But when she does it in a nice way.
Right, you do it with love. You don't be
But
like,
when she
that's
does-
trash.
Yeah, no. She does it like she coaching me. I'm gonna tell y'all the way
Okay.
she do it, right? So I'm upstairs, I'm getting dressed. I'm like, boy, I'm about to put that thing on right now. So I go downstairs because I got 2 bathrooms, right? Upstairs there, you know, big boy stuff. So go downstairs and I go to her, and when she says, you know, babe, you look cute today, I already know. I solidified it because she miss fashion. She look at all that stuff, all the newest trends, everything. Because when I came out of retirement, meaning when I got divorced,
Right.
my fashion was from 2003 because
Where the
I was wearing
relationship
suit and ties
started.
all the damn time. Yeah, the relationship. Because I was a
They were
suit-
stuck there.
Let me tell you, my job is suit and ties all day. I didn't know how to dress casually. I didn't even know what the newest fashion was. So when I
God.
thought I was throwing it down,
She's like, no.
no,
This ain't it.
That's 2003.
Yeah,
so I had to get
Like,
acclimated.
you going to a
to-
meeting? Where we
Yeah.
going?
Right. I had to get acclimated to what was going on today. So when she does see me and she says I look cute, I already know I did it. When I'm not up to par with her, she'll look at me and she'll, you sure you want to wear those sneakers? Now she got me using my
Right, you're
critical
like,
thinking.
Do I?
She does that all the time. She will ask me questions. She will never tell me. She will ask me questions.
That's cute. I
That's
like
the way
that.
we communicate. You know?
I like that.
That's
No,
the way
I
we
like that.
communicate. It's communication is very key, man. A lot of people don't see
When
that.
we go out, we're waiting to see who's gonna get the compliment first, like from somebody else. So it's like from our outfit,
Yeah.
and if they compliment him first, I'll be like, I got the first one, or 1-0. I'm like, damn it.
It's hilarious because one time, like every time we go to if I'm talking to her on the phone and I'm walking into like downtown or something, she'll hear somebody compliment me like, "Oh, I love that shirt," and it's usually a woman, right? And she'd be like, "You better tell that girl she better."
Right.
back up."
That's
Like, she
me.
playing
Right.
around.
Tell her who bought it for you.
Right.
Right. But when we
I said thank you.
one time, and I'm cool with everybody. Mind you, I don't have not one negative bone in my body, not one jealous bone. I'll be at the club, right? I'm about to get her some drinks. So I leave her, you know, she on the corner. She doing her selfie, doing what she do. So I go get a drink. I turn around, it's the dude trying to snatch her up. So I turn around, and she see me, and she like, oh, it's about to go there. But
Right,
it ain't
like,
about nothing. Nah.
right.
I go, I give her the drink. I let the dude know, you know, I'm there. I say,
Like,
what's up,
what's
bro?
up? Right.
And he sees that I'm there. Oh, you with her? Yeah, I'm with her,
That's
whatever.
all.
We start sipping, we start talking, he and I, and then boom, we go about his way. Ain't for all that.
Easy, right? Just easy.
I know she beautiful, and I know dudes is gonna try to get at her. That's light.
You'd be more concerned if you took her to the club and nobody looked at her.
Right.
Now we have
Yeah.
a different problem.
Right,
like people
right.
should look at her.
Yeah, I need people to want to swim in that pond.
Right.
You know, I don't want people to be like she an ugly duckling.
Like,
They don't
the
want to
pond
swim
is
up in it. They
taken.
don't even want to dip their toe. Man.
That's it.
I need that.
The
to
water
happen.
is cold.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
don't want to go in there.
I can't have her do that, you know? So it validates her. Dudes compliment her
Yeah.
just validates what I already
Right,
see. And I'm
exactly.
cool with that. And I'm good. And I think because she sees that I'm cool with it, shows her like, damn, my dude thorough. You know, I don't get him.
Confident.
Yeah.
You're like, it doesn't bother
Cool, do
you.
your thing. As long as you block the shots, baby.
Right,
'Cause
that's
like
all.
Gilly
Do
said-
your job and
Gilly
block those
said,
shots.
Right, like Gilly said, hard eyes will turn into black eyes real fast. Nah, I'm just playing. I would never touch her. But yeah, you gotta do that. You got that. That's part of the relationship, you know.
Yeah. What's
it's
one
important.
red flag that you saw in your previous relationship?
Just one?
Just
one?
I mean, this could be a series.
Right.
Yeah, multiple, whatever. Some red flags that you didn't realize at the time that were red flags, or maybe you ignored them because you were in it for so long or whatever.
I accepted the red flag and used it as a challenge.
Right.
So my first red flag of my previous relationship was me initiating the relationship, first of all, because we were playing around, and I was like, all right, what are we doing here? He was like, okay, well, what do you want to do?
Yep.
I either want to be in a relationship or I want to remain friends, but we're not doing whatever this is. So his response was, all right, cool, we'll be in a relationship, but you ain't going to make it past one summer. So instead of me saying and be like, I don't want to make it to this summer, fuck you, I'm out. Because
like,
that was
accepted.
it was like challenge accepted 14 summers later. You big dummy. Like, why? Like, yes, I took the red flag because as women, we like to fix people.
Yes.
You can't fix nobody.
No, you can't.
Go to therapy. Don't we
Talk
can't
it out
we
with
can't,
somebody else.
Right. We can't fix people. We love to try. We love a project.
You
we
can't
love to try
fix
to
people
fix.
that don't want to be fixed.
Nope.
Exactly. If that was his initial response, was like, cool, you ain't gonna pick, like, and my 17 shouldn't have been in a relationship. Senior year of high school, I should have been focused on college and everything else.
Right.
Yep.
But I was focused on this relationship, and this is it, and I'm gonna make it work, and that's just what it's gonna be. Like, I should have canceled it before the first summer.
Yeah.
Yep. You so busy focused on their potential future self.
Right.
You don't even see the person you got right here.
Because you see what people have in them, and you're like, oh, I know we could go far together.
Yeah.
But if they don't see it in themselves, you ain't going nowhere.
That's so true. I would say with me, it would be communication. I think communication was definitely a red flag between she and I, because she was one of those individuals where she never really spoke her feelings, and if she did, she would write it down. But it's like anytime there was like big issues, it like she and I would view it as more of a fighting match. It would never be, how can we fix the situation? How can we move forward? It's always, well, you did this to me, so I did this to you, and it's always tit for tat. And I honestly, she bears a lot of that fault, but I also bear a lot of that fault too, because I also had that mindset because I was groomed that way in the relationship where we was just attacking each other, and that's so wrong, especially when you saying stuff that you should not be saying in the heat of argument. Right. Because once you call somebody out of their name, it's ingrained in their mindset.
Learn how to argue without being disrespectful.
Exactly. And I took all that in this new relationship. I don't call no names, nothing. None of that stuff. And she and I, we'll get into an argument, but it's not where we calling each other out of our names.
No, I'm not calling you.
We don't. We keep it as PG as possible. And
if you need a minute, take a minute. Like, you know what? I can't talk about this right now.
Right.
My mouth is crazy, so I'll talk when I calm down.
And I know, like, majority of the time, I'm a very nice guy overall. Like, I'm very outgoing, very, loving, but then I also have, like, anger issues. And what I mean by that is anger issues where I'm suppressed being this nice person the entire time, that if somebody, that it just it doesn't click well, then I'm a totally different person. I see red, and it takes a while for me to calm back down. So I try not to let myself get into that, that standpoint.
That
exactly.
Yeah, no, I definitely understand that, because I feel like it takes a lot to get me mad.
It does.
But once I'm there, it takes a lot to bring me down. So I try not to get to that point. I'm like, I might be irritated. Irritated is one thing, but me being mad, it's just not good for anyone.
It's not.
It's just not good. It's not healthy for me. It's not healthy for anybody around me.
Yeah. So I think for me, it was communications. For you, it was seeing somebody's future potential, but them not quite getting there. What's yours?
So one, I don't even know what the first one was, but one was seeing the dating app on the phone years into the relationship.
Like, what you need this dating app for?
What do you
got Tinder in there for?
Right.
Yeah.
For what?
I don't even know what it was called. It was like before Tinder. This is a long time ago.
Was it Mi Gente?
Before Tinder. I don't know what it was.
That joint was Black People Meet, wasn't it?
What if?
Maybe.
eHarmony, huh?
That's where Jamie met her. Black people meet. Or Black Planet. I think it was Black Planet.
Well, one of my friends got married on Black People Meet. That's the reason why I said it. Yeah.
That was the beginning of social media, when it was still like, okay.
Yeah. It was after MySpace, pre-Instagram.
Okay.
Whatever that was. So yeah, that was just one of them. I don't know. The first one, I'd have to like really think. But yeah.
Did you ignore it when you saw it, or did you confront him about it?
I tried to create an account.
To see what he was doing. Oh, you was on your FBI. Yeah.
I was.
Like, let's see how he talks to me on this app.
But yeah, I couldn't figure out, like, you know how you have to like be matched up with people. So I couldn't figure out how to get matched up.
That's another red flag. You can't be matched up to the person you was with.
I couldn't be matched up with the...
Like, how about that?
You ever called him out on it? Like, did you bring it up to his attention?
I called him out on so many things.
But
that
just
towards
on that.
The end.
But just
on that one.
And what did he say? What was his excuse? I would love to hear that.
Oh, I don't know how that got on my phone.
Oh, it came with the phone.
I think so.
Got you.
There were so many apps. So a dating app came with your phone. But there were so many times that I like called you out on this one, called you out. There were so many that towards the end I was like, well, I'm gonna do it too, shit.
Right. Then you get into that space.
Yeah.
And I feel like I'm definitely now in a space where if I don't like something, I'll just leave it alone.
Facts.
Where before, if I ain't like something, well, I'm gonna do something worse.
Yeah,
and like you said, that
true.
tit for tat, with that being petty, that going back and forth, like.
It's played out already. Also,
I'm tired. I'm
also,
30,
the energy levels is
33.
really low.
I'm tired.
Right.
It takes a lot.
It does. It does.
And then it takes a lot to, like, if you're lying about something, to get back at someone
Right.
that you know is lying about something else. And now you have to figure out and keep lying about the lie and keep...
What did I say I was doing when I wasn't doing
I'm
that?
gonna bring it up 4 months later. I want to see if that lie's
Right,
consistent.
exactly.
Because you know it probably ain't.
Yeah.
Like, where were you that time when you said you was? Shit, nah, I don't remember.
What'd you get from Wawa? A cappuccino?
Right.
No?
I checked with Wawa. The machine was broken that
Yeah.
day.
You said you went to 7-Eleven for the big gulp, ain't come back for the
Nope.
big gulp.
Yeah.
You know? But let me tell you, that whole, you know, that go ahead, just switch it off, man. My thoughts are running. My thoughts are running. Never mind.
The red flag. So I feel like there was something. Oh, so you said about the app. So we had taken a group trip to Thailand, and when we came back, I do what I always do. I was washing the clothes. Now he had polo slacks. You know, they got the button in the back. So I unbutton the button, pull out some condoms. Got some Thai writing on it, so I know you got them in Thailand. Because now I'm in my FBI mode. This is normally an 8-pack. There's 4 in here. Definitely came from Thailand with this writing.
You checked the quantity?
I checked the quantity.
Wow.
Yes, I did. And I got the same response. I don't know how they got there. So is that what men say? I don't know.
I don't know.
I would have accepted the fact, babe. I went to the Goodwill. I'm gonna be honest. Went to the Goodwill. I saw these things here. I was on vacation.
Must have came with, like, you ain't even, did you try to lie? Then it was, so there was one single guy on this trip. And I'm like, if anybody did anything, they could have just gave it to the bull. Like, listen, you're the only person that could be safe with these condoms.
Facts. Yeah.
But if the story was flipped of maybe somebody slipped it in my suitcase. I'm like, slipped it in the suitcase, into the pants, and rebuttoned the button. Okay, because we weren't at the red light district when you got those condoms. All right. Okay.
It's too much, man. It's too much. That's the reason why I say you can't be deceptive in your relationship at all. And my thing is, you gotta. You know, I'm gonna be honest, when I used to go to the Kingdom Hall and all that stuff when I was young, they used to always say when you start dating, they said date to get married, right? In my head, I'm like, man, I'm not doing all that. Because you're thinking as a child at that time.
Right.
I want to date to have fun.
To
I
have
want to date
fun.
recreation. But you don't realize that with dating comes feelings, with dating comes love, with dating comes attachment.
Yep.
What is the ultimate goal with this person?
Right.
Another thing is the person that you're with, is this person going to be suitable for raising your future generation of kids? Is this a person that's going to build up your household? You got to look at all of this
There's
stuff.
so many things to look at
How's
that we
this person-
ignore.
Right. How's this person financially? In my head, she look good. We can have sex. Call it a day. That's
Done.
it. That's
That's
the
what
way
you're
you're
thinking
thinking when
about.
you're
Yeah.
young.
Right.
Yeah.
You don't see everything else
Yeah.
because now look at it this way, right? Now I have 2 beautiful boys, right? That I had with that individual. Now they have to, you know, it's single parent households now,
Right.
you know? So now it's just the fact of trying to co-parent to make sure that they good. Now my kids are good, you know, because mentally they get to see their mom, get to see me. They do whatever they do with their mom, you know, and they do whatever they do with me. But this is a direct result of early stages of, you know, trying to build on a relationship and not seeing everything for what it is and just going by thinking with your penis. It's pretty much
That's
it.
that's what it comes down to.
That's what it come down to, you know. But you know, the 36-year-old self of Doscinco, at X Doscinco X on Instagram and TikTok.
That's
you know?
right.
But you know, follow me. You know, the way I'm thinking now is totally different. Now I'm looking at the person. I'm looking at what they bring to the table, their personality, everything, and also how they relate to my kids. Because now the new stage of life is how do we blend this family and make it work? You know. Now I have this new child, you know, that's in addition to my family,
Right.
you know, that doesn't come from me and, you know, had his set of parents and how does it relate with him, with my kids and so forth. It's, you know, it's a total different feel.
And also how that person is with their family.
Yes.
Right.
How they treat their parents if they're still around, if they have siblings, what kind of relationship do they have with them, or what kind of person they are in general, because it isn't just like how do they look, like you said, right? All you thought about was they look good, we can have sex, and I'm young, and we'll just have fun.
Right.
you got to go beyond.
You got to go way beyond,
right?
That.
So let's not talk about what they do in their 9 to 5 or their business, but where are they at for future wise? Like, how do they want to build with you, and how are they with their own personal life? Because you're gonna get part of that personal life. You're gonna be around their family. You're gonna, and if you're not around their family,
red flag.
Red flag.
Red flag.
If you're not around their coworkers, red flag.
Yeah.
Like, why I gotta be a secret?
Yeah.
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 Yeah. That's so true.
Yep.
It's so true. And make them take a blood test. Make them take a blood test and find out what kind of sicknesses and ailments come in their family.
Absolutely.
Because I refuse to have my kid come out with no limbs.
Right.
I'm just playing. I'm playing. No. Love is love. Love is love. If that's who you want to be with, that's who you want to be with.
But you might want to have a baby with some. Listen, I'm in my 30s. I don't have children, so if I want to have a child with somebody, I may want to know what's in your history, what's in your the nurse in me wants to know what's in your family history.
Absolutely.
Who died of heart disease at 20?
Yep.
Right.
Who how's your mental health? How's your physical? Like, we're about to join genetics.
Absolutely.
I know what my genetics are. I don't know your genetics.
Right.
You probably don't even know because people don't even think about that.
You see me with a receding hairline and I'm balding in the back at 30-some years old, you know that I might not be perfect for you.
Exactly.
You know that, our kid is probably going to be balding at 25.
Right.
You got to look at all
If they would have waited to the 30s, then they would have seen that the hairline was going to go back.
I want to see it.
That's it. You got to look
Brush
at all
it back.
I'm playing with a lot of this stuff, but you got to really look at all of this, But, honestly, the reason why a lot of relationships are, they're just crumbling and it's just a lot of disasters because our new TV is social media.
Yep.
Our new TV, this is what we see. So we're looking at the Cardi B's, the Beyoncé's, the J-Lo's, right? And you're looking at them as aspirational figures,
right?
And you want to be like them, but in all actuality, they humans just like us. I would rather have my example be this 70-year-old couple that have been through it for the past 50 years that truly love each other because you can see them at a dinner table, the way they interact and everything. Call that love, and I would want to learn from them versus learning from J-Lo versus learning from Beyonce.
Yep.
Absolutely.
Y'all can take all of that.
Mm-hmm.
I'd rather learn from Mr. whoever over there where he knows how to treat his woman. There was this guy when I used to work at the college. There was this older couple, very cute older couple, and he gives his wife a love note every single morning and doesn't fail to say
sweet.
That's so sweet.
And they give each other hugs, kisses, and everything.
It's those little things. It's the little things that people just forget about because they
My-
want that Birkin. I don't need a hug or a kiss. Give me a Birkin. Like,
Listen,
no.
What you see on my social media are, again, highlights, right? But she and I, we're pretty good. Yeah, we have our little altercations not altercations,
couple
but we have
does
our
it.
little
Right.
issues. Yeah,
That's
everybody has
normal.
it.
Yeah.
But one thing that I do is I listen. I listen. Did I listen back in the day? Absolutely not, but I listen now. When she tells me that she would love flowers every now and then, because I wasn't a big flower giver. I wasn't a big affectionate person either. I was more of, if I can provide for you, tell you I love you every now and then, I'm good.
I'm doing my job.
Yeah, I'm doing my job. I'm providing for you. I'm taking care of you. I'm good. But now I'm listening to the smaller things. You want flowers. In my head, I was like, flowers die in 2 days. I'm wasting my money. That's the way I was looking at
Right.
it. But if that means a lot
But
to
it
her,
made some,
Right. So now I'm like, okay, let me try to do this flower thing. Let me see if I can do that. I'm gonna do it with a nice little handwritten card, right? Just try to up the moment.
Yeah.
So I go to the nearest Target or Walmart, and I try to go get her a nice bouquet. And I came to the realization, I gotta spice this thing up. So I ended up going, and now I'm picking bouquets out. Now I'm delivering
you got
her whole
fancy.
gardens. Now she got a whole garden, but she gotta hold that thing like this, to show her that I love her.
Yeah.
And she really enjoys it. Like, she loves it. She miss Instagram herself. She will Instagram everything if I let her.
That's me. I put my flowers this morning, so I was on flower punishment because I was being an asshole. The last time he tried to give me flowers, I was in a mood, and I was like, oh, motherfucker, flowers, leave me alone. And I think I didn't get flowers for like 2 months, so I finally got flowers. So, am I off punishment? Okay, I'll be good.
It's the little things. It's the little things.
The little
and then
things.
With her, she'll buy me like a little snapback and stuff like that. And again, for me, I don't need no gifts. I personally don't need no gifts. Give me respect.
That's not your love language.
That's not my love language is respect, is peace, and it's support. That's it. You give me that and let me be great, and I'm good. I don't need anything from you. Let me do all that stuff for you. We go to the stores, we go to the restaurants. She want to take out a car, girl, put that back, man. What you over there? What you bringing that out there?
That's your thing.
Don't disrespect me like that. Put that car back in that wallet, man. Don't do that, man. I'll take care of it.
Right.
All the time, And sometimes she'll sneak and try to buy stuff and then swipe it real quick, and I'll be getting pissed. I'll tell the cashier, decline that joint.
Decline.
Right now.
There ain't no funds in there.
That's just the way I get down. Like, you ain't buying nothing.
Right.
So it's just the way I do it.
With With us, I know that I posted this on my social media the other day, and this was a genuine, like, I got up in the morning to work out, and he laid out my vitamins, but in a I love you shape.
Like,
and I was like, that's so.
You took the time to do that.
Single gift in the world.
Yep.
You took my own vitamins and told me you loved me.
Yep.
I love
and
it.
That's it.
Like,
that's all you got to do. Y'all don't really need much.
No, we really don't.
No.
See, say that again, because people think we're complicated.
Let me tell y'all something, okay?
Tell
the
'em.
women that y'all seeing on social media that's talking about they want Birkin and all that stuff, let them get it themselves. You listen, I understand if you get a little Gucci here, there, once in a blue, but if she's expecting that on a regular basis, that may not be the one woman for you. She may be past your financial status.
Yes.
But majority of the
She
women
might not be in your financial lane.
Right. And you know what? That is okay.
That's
because I don't need
fine.
somebody that expects
That's
too much
fine.
from me. Women need love. They need emotional affection. They need you to put the vitamins in I love you
Yes.
standpoint. Small
Easy.
stuff like that.
Yep.
Wake up, make her some breakfast. Bring it up to bed for her, Tell her to take
Simple
the crust
things.
out of her eye real quick and, just give it to her. And you good to go. You good to go. But when you ignoring your woman, you giving her the silent treatment. And when she is speaking her mind about certain things that's bothering her and you're ignoring it.
Or you get automatically defensive.
Right. It's not going to help out anything. Because last time I checked, they say it, happy wife, happy life. I understand all of that if you're with the right woman. If you with the right woman that will not make your life hell.
Right.
Yep.
If you're with the right woman and she has valid reasons, then I understand, making sure that you resolve a lot of that.
Right.
But if you with a woman, she's just angry all the time, wake up angry, she just don't like you, she's just causing you hell.
Leave her alone.
Get away from that, man.
Leave her alone.
Get away from that.
She got
man.
some healing to do.
Yeah.
I don't even do happy wife, happy life. I truly believe in happy spouse, happy house, because
like
we
that.
should both be
I
happy.
like that. That's a good one.
We should both be happy. It's not 50-50. I'm putting in 100% and you're putting in 100%.
I love that.
Like that's just how I view how I view relationships now. Where before I didn't. Before it was about me. It was happy wife, happy life. If you make me happy,
That's
I'm gonna
true.
make you
That's
happy.
true.
Yeah.
You're
Where
right.
now
Very
I'm like,
true.
no, we're responsible for putting the love into the relationship, both of us. It's not only like you gotta cater to me and then maybe if I feel good, I'll cater to you in return.
I like what you just said. Mr. Director, make sure you scratch what I said out. Keep hers. I love
Put
it.
some music over it.
Happy spouse, happy house, you said?
Happy spouse, happy house.
Yeah, that's what we're working with. Forget I said that was the simp in me.
Forget it.
Forget what I just said. My kids be calling me a simp sometimes. I said you can call me whatever you want, but I'm going to tell you this right now. Y'all see what I'm doing now. When y'all get older, y'all do the same with the right woman.
With the right one. Don't do it at 16, 17, 18.
Yeah.
Don't do that with no thought pockets out here.
Nope.
And I'm talking about the meat lovers edition. Don't do that with the thought pockets, the
Leave
little
them
thotty
girls
box.
alone.
Leave them things alone. There's plenty of them out there. Leave them
Yep.
alone. Okay? Leave them alone.
What would your
Yes.
advice be for younger men that want the relationship, but they're gravitating towards those women, like those women that are gonna tear? You know what kind of women I'm talking about? They're gonna tear through their wallets and tear their heart out their chest.
All right, that is a wrap on the first episode of season 2. Come back next week so you can get the answer to that question.